Hennythemoor reporting live from the liquor store. How's everybody doing today, man? And hey, I know y'all saw me earlier on here doing Cowboys Uncut with West Coast Cowboy and Landlord. But I ain't talked to y'all solo dolo just yet, man. So I had to spin the block and bring out some more exclusive Dallas Cowboys content. And hey, we in the liquor store, man. So we're gonna get drunk and we're gonna talk numbers, man. That's sort of my thing. So we're actually gonna go in depth about some numbers surrounding the Los Angeles Rams, how they match up against the Dallas Cowboys. And we're gonna have ourselves a good time, man. But real quick, let me show some love to the folks already in the chat box rocking with the boy Henny, man. JB2, I see it. He said he waiting on me. Okay, that's love, man. I appreciate you. Double R, what's up with you, man? David tapping in and showing love to the platform, my boy. Desmond Ironman, what's up with you, my boy? Jameson Taylor, what's Gucci with you, my guy? D Lunatic, what's up with you, man? He said, let's go, Cowboys Nation. Hey, I feel it. Bruce got the toxic juice, said, run it, hey, run it for the cardio. Hey, my boy that ran through this bug. Action Jackson, what's up with you, my guy? Let's get it. So, hey, man, y'all know the usual rules and regulations when y'all tap in with your boy over here in the liquor store, man. First and foremost, when y'all come in here, make sure y'all hit that like button. As I say, the more likes that you get on a video, regardless of the platform, the more that platform will promote it, push it, and put it in front of folks. This is how the algorithm works. So if you want to see your boy do good, you want to see the platform continue to grow, you want to see the channel continue to, reach folks, and we can come in and get drunk on the content together, just make sure you hit the like button for your boy, man. It goes a long way, goes a very long way in helping what we're doing over here. So just please make sure you do that. If you can't do nothing else, make sure you hit that like button. After you hit that like button, though, make sure you turn right back around and hit that share button. As y'all know, we are practicing manifestation over here inside the liquor store. So I need you to share the content 6 times, man. You can share the 6 different social media groups, 6 different Facebook groups, 6 different group chats. You can share the 6 different family members, 6 different strangers, 6 different friends, 6 different foes. It does not matter. Just make sure you share the content 6 times so we can manifest that 6th championship for the Dallas Cowboys. If you drop emojis in the chat box, make sure you drop 6 of them. It could be 6 championship trophies. It could be 6 stars. We're in the liquor stores. You can drop 6 beer mugs or 6 bottles. It do not matter. Just make sure when you over here, man, we are practicing proper manifestation. Like my boy Bruce at the Toxic Juice. He said he ran through the door. There's 6 folks running with him. So, yeah, man, make sure y'all do that, man. Hey, what's up? The Lunatic said like, sub, and sharing it like the last 2 Niners final scores. Hey, man. I appreciate that, my boy. I appreciate that. Hey, Jameson Taylor, you take care of yourself, man. You get you some rest. We'll holler at you. God bless you, and I appreciate you for taking time to stop over. So after you hit that like, after you hit that share, make sure you turn right back around and do the most important thing. Make sure that you find a Rams fan and slap the shit out of them, man. Because if you slap the shit out of a Rams fan, because they got to get the smoke. They is the op for the week. If you slap the shit out of a Rams fan, I will be able to give you half off on all the merchandise inside the liquor store. And we got exactly what you need to succeed over here, man. We got Cowboys, we got gin, we got hen, and everything else under the sun that can make you sin. So tap in with your boy, Hennythemoor, and come get drunk in the liquor store, man. Hey, straight like that. So y'all don't hit them likes, y'all don't hit them shares, you gotta slap the Eagles fan, you can slap the Rams fan. Now, only thing left to do is to remind y'all that we're running this raffle, and then we'll get into the content. Because there ain't that much longer left. I just looked. There's about 8 days. It's about 8 days left in the raffle. We're going to wrap it up on November the 1st. And, we're giving away these 3 particular prizes. We'll be giving away a copy of Madden 24, regardless of the system. We'll be giving away a Dallas Cowboys jersey of the winner's choice. And we'll also be giving away a Dallas Cowboys bobblehead of the winner's choice. So if any of that interests you, all you got to do is send $5 for a raffle entry. You can send as many raffle entries as you want. But remember, November the 1st is the last day to do so, because we're going to stop the raffle on the 1st. We'll do the drawing on the 2nd, right? And it's going to be random. The more entries you have, the better your chances of winning. But, you know, as long as you're in, you have an opportunity to win. He said, my boy said, let's go get these Rams. What's up with you, man? James Simmons, what's up with you, my boy? Kevin Calloway, I see y'all out there, man. So, yeah, man. So, if you want a chance to win, hit the Cash App as $ Hennythemoor, or hit the Super Chats or the Super Stickers, as we are monetized. Right? All right. So, now that that's out of the way, let's get into the content, man. So, we have, you know, we've been on a bye. We know, you know, from initial thoughts that everybody that we currently have is healthy. Our offensive line is healthy. Dak Prescott, the wide receivers are healthy, right? So everybody that's not on IR is a full go from the initial report, right? If you believe Mike McCarthy said he's talked to the medical experts, he says everybody is good to go. Everybody will be ready, right? So we're all good. We're all agreeing on that part. But we have not really looked at the Rams like that. I know I gave y'all some surface level numbers the first time, but, you know, we really didn't discuss the Rams in depth the last couple of times, right? We ended up having to talk about the Eagles making a move. We talked about Jerry Jones' comments about not wanting to be a buyer, really. He got his phone line open, though. He'll entertain if somebody reached out to him, all this other bullshit he was talking about. So when we went live earlier, we really did not get an opportunity to talk about the Rams in depth. But, you know, I'm here for y'all. So I put together some numbers and, you know, a bit of a presentation, just 3 slides. But we're going to talk about the Rams and how they stack up against us and everything else in between. So to start, let's look at that passing offense for the Los Angeles Rams, right? Because we all know that they are a West Coast system, just like we are a West Coast system. Sean McVay, right? Generally, what Sean McVay wants to do when he came into the league, we still had Todd Gurley and Jared Goff and everybody else under the sun. When he first got there, the thing that he did that distinguished his West Coast offense from everybody else, it was all based on the stretch run. They used to set up everything off the play action to the stretch run motion. So Todd Gurley, right, had prolific numbers there. They ran the ball, set up the play action, and then they got you know, chunk plays off of it. They used to run, you know, like dagger off of play action. Get you a nice 20 yard, 15-yard chunk right off the play action, right? Just different things to give your quarterback big throwing windows. Now, they have not really been the same offense in regards to production, but let's look at what they're doing right now. So as of today, they are the 6th graded passing offense in terms of total yardage, right? And and when I say total yardage, this is subtracting the negative sack yardage, right? This is subtracting the negative sack yardage. So they're 6th in total passing offense. All right. They're also 7th in passing yards per game. They do get about 253 yards a game, which is not bad. Right. So in terms of moving the football through the air, they get yardage. Right. They get yardage. In between the 20s, they are able to move the football. The issue is, take a look at their efficiency ratings when we talk about their passing offense. So they only have 7 passing touchdowns to 6 interceptions. It's like 7 passing touchdowns to 6 interceptions is not great. Now, granted, we only have 6 passing touchdowns, but, you know, 6 touchdowns to 4 picks is better than 7 touchdowns to 6 picks in terms of touchdown to interception ratio. Right, so they're struggling to score the football. And also, when you look here at their efficiency, they're only 30th in completion percentage. Like, there's only 2 teams that are worse in completing passes, right? So they're 30th. They're only completing 59.8%. And in a passing league, where folks can't really even breathe on the wide receivers for the most part. Oh, that thought. Yeah, so folks can't even breathe on the damn wide receiver for the most part. And you're only completing 59.8% of your passes in a passing league. Like that's really strange. And also remember, they running West Coast. Like Dak Prescott is like 4th in completion percentage right now. So we know that we're getting a bunch of, short passes. We're getting a bunch of screens. They're running a similar offense, and they're not having much success with it. What's up with your Candy Hudson? They were tapping in and showing love to the liquor store. The Lunatic says sacks would be great versus Rams, but we at least need to pressure Texas-born Stafford like we did Herbert. Speaking of sacks, like he is one of the quarterbacks that been sacked the most. Like he has been sacked 18 times up to this point. Granted, right? When you compare it to somebody like, what's the boy over there in Washington? I be forgetting his name. Like they have sorry ass quarterbacks all the time, so I never really remember their names. Tip of my tongue. Sam Howell, right? Sam Howell been sacked 40 times. That's the most. Right? Daniel Jones been sacked like 35 times, 37 times, something like that. Like those are the most in the NFL, those two. But, just because it's not as egregious as those guys, he's still been hit and sacked a lot. Like Matthew Stafford, is not a mobile quarterback at all. He never was like a super mobile, beat you with his legs quarterback, and now the boy's in his mid-30s. So, he's not going to beat you with his legs. You will be able to sack Matthew Stafford. If you win in the back end and you don't give him an easy out and you force him to hold the ball for a tick longer, Micah Parsons and everybody else should be able to get home. Right? You should be able to get home with your pass rush this game. And because he is not this super athletic, dynamic quarterback with his legs, to be honest with you, I don't want it to become a habit, but we do know our team gets a little, what's the word I'm looking for? They get a little egregious with the stunts. They get a little aggressive with some of the pass rushes that they bring. So you can stunt and bring all the pressure you want with Matthew Stafford, and odds are he will not hurt you. We only got Herbert once. We only sacked him once. When you go back and look at the pressures and the amount of times that we hit him, like the pass rush got home. And also, Herbert is a much more athletic quarterback than Matthew Stafford. So I know we look at sacks, as the end-all, be-all. But if you hit the quarterback, you pressure them, you rush them through their progression, that is also a win. That is also a win. And we did that quite a bit when it came to Justin Herbert. Yeah, definitely hit Matthew Stafford. Definitely sack him. Like, Matthew Stafford is the last of a dying breed. Like, all the quarterbacks coming in now are dual threats. All of them can move a little bit. All of them have, a little wiggle to them. Like, in the modern NFL, like, they don't draft, like, guys like Tom Brady no more. They don't draft, statues that can just deliver the football. Like, everybody can run now. Like, everybody can run now. Sam Howell can run. Daniel Jones can run. Jalen Hurts can run. Dak Prescott can run. Like, every quarterback in our division is a dual threat quarterback. If we're being honest. What's up, Special K? What's up with your heist? Lexington Wren. 681 boy. What's good with y'all, man? Thank y'all for tapping in and showing love to the platform. So yeah, so Matthew Stafford's been sacked 18 times. I do expect that number to go up. Facts. Because he ain't going to beat you with his legs. And then the points per game. They only average 22.1 points per game. Right? So this is not a team that has scored a bunch of points. Right? I already pointed out, they only have 7 passing touchdowns on the season. So passing offense, Really, offense in general is not really hitting like that right now. I agree with you, Danny Savage. He does. Tyrod Taylor looks much better than Daniel Jones does right now. He looks better. All right, so that's how they passing offense is looking as of right now. So I'll just go through this one more time. 6 in total passing yards, right? This is subtracting the sack yardage totals. They're at 1,772. It's not good. They only got 7 passing touchdowns. The same way that we say that our offense ain't good is the same thing with them. They don't score points. They don't score points. They don't move. They can move the ball in between the 20s. They just don't score. They don't score points. 1,772 passing yards, yes. 7 passing touchdowns. That's not good. Just like we're not a real good offense right now. They're the same. We're averaging one passing touchdown a game right now. They're averaging 1 passing touchdown a game, and really they're worse because they got more interceptions. There's 7 passing touchdowns to 6 picks on the season, so they can move the ball in between the 20s, right? They can throw for a bunch of yardage, but they're not scoring points and they're not throwing passing touchdowns. They're also not completing a high percentage of their passes. They're only completing 59% of their passes. In a West Coast offense with 2 really dynamic wide receivers. And listen, I know Kupp missed time. Yeah, I know Kupp has missed time. But the rookie's been going crazy. The rookie got like 700 yards already or something crazy like that. That rookie's balling. They said we should be way better. I mean, we should, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, so Matthew Stafford's, been sacked 18 times. That's sort of up there with the other guys on the list. And it's not 40 or 37, but in regards to the NFL, he's still ranked in the top percentile of being sacked. All right, so they're not really an efficient passing offense. They can move the ball a little bit. They can't score really. And they turn the ball over. At this rate, like you can also expect for the run Bland or Stephon Gilmore to get an interception, because he's averaging close to an interception a game. He's averaging a touchdown a game, and he's averaging about an interception a game. So you can damn near expect for him to get you 1 turnover. It may not, come in bundles depending on what happens over the course of the game, but he is, interception percentage is almost at 1%. It's almost at 1. All right, so let's move forward. So we just looked at the overall passing offense. Let's look at the rushing offense. Now, I also want to point this out right now. Their primary running back went to IR. Right, their primary running back went to IR. He got hurt. So what they did is they brought back the Darrell Henderson from their practice squad. He just played his first game back with the Los Angeles Rams last week. Right, this last game was his first game back on their active roster. Right, so I know I got him up here because he's going to be the running back that we'll be playing. But the guy that was responsible for most of these stats is not going to be suiting up against the Dallas Cowboys come Sunday afternoon. Right, so right now they are 13th in total rushing yards. They have 784 on the season, right? So not really the most dynamic, but they also don't run the ball that much. They're 15th. They're really right in the middle. They're really middle of the pack in terms of rushing attempts. So they only have 184 rushing attempts. They're also 15th in rushing yards per game. They average about 111 yards a game, really 112. I'm gonna go ahead and round up for them boys. So yeah, man. So I believe they want to run the ball a little bit more. I believe, and listen, like I said, the success that they had in Sean McVay's offense has always been predicated behind the run and the play action. If you go back and you look, at what they do, right? If you go back and you look at what they do, the best is play action. Well, in order to play action, you would want to at least sell. You want to at least sell that you're able to run the football. So I think that they should, attempt to go out there and run the football. And it's not like the Dallas Cowboys or this juggernaut run defense. So we'll see. And that's going to be one of the keys to victory for the Dallas Cowboys. Will we be able to stop their running game and, put them behind the sticks? Second and long, third and long, they're going to throw the football. Like, they're going to throw the football second and third and long. In those situations, Micah Parsons, you're up to bat. Osa, you're up to bat. Like, those are the times and the situations when you will be able to get home with your pass rush. If you neutralize the run, they're not able to play action, they're in obvious passing situations. If they're able to live in front of the sticks, they're able to run the football consistently and be successful in doing that, and they're able to sprinkle in the play action, and they can get to some of those shot and chunk plays that made them famous, earlier in Sean McVay's career. Then, dog, that's when this gang can get away from us, right? Because I like some of their personnel. I like Cooper Kupp. I got a lot of respect for Matthew Stafford. He right from Texas, right? And listen, I know because he played for the damn Lions that he's, he doesn't get the love that he deserves. But they talked about Matthew Stafford in the same way that they talked about Patrick Mahomes coming out. Like, they said if you could go straight from high school to professional football and they allowed it, Matthew Stafford could have went from high school to the NFL. That's how highly they talked about him. That's how high of a prospect Matthew Stafford was coming out of Georgia. And you got to remember, he played at Georgia when nobody gave a damn about Georgia, and they still drafted him, at the top of the first. Right? Matthew Stafford was just that good. He had that kind of arm talent. Yeah, he had that arm talent for sure. Coming out. Now, he was not the same like athlete that Patrick Mahomes is, because Patrick Mahomes make plays with his legs too. But he's way later in his career right now, right? But I do respect him. I respect the hell out of him. Yeah, 246 rushing yards in that playoff loss. That sticks with me too. Like, they ran all over us. And listen, they ran all over us with C.J. Anderson, who just got off the couch, and Todd Gurley, whose knees were giving out on him at that point. Like, that was around the time where Todd Gurley's knees were betraying him. Yeah, I saw that Money Mayhew got cut. I hate that for that boy, but man, he missing kicks. He missing way too many kicks, man. He gonna get somebody else fired. He gonna take them down with him. Missing kicks like that. Missing kicks like that, nah, you gonna get somebody fired. Whoever vouched for you to get your ass on the team, might not be there much longer. So yeah, man. But yeah, that is a key to victory for me though. But I do like a lot of that personnel. Yeah, they ran all over us, man. He said Mayhew was so close from stealing Jones' money. Hey, they sure gonna get that boy a contract. He kept kicking good. And that's one thing I need for our kicker too. Like, he kicking amazingly right now. Yeah, Dak had a great game. A lot of people forget we lost that game. Dak Prescott was exceptional. Like, Dak Prescott was exceptional in that playoff loss against the Rams. 2 touchdowns, 266 yards, no turnovers. Came out the gate put us up 7-3. You know, just let's be honest. They ran all over us, and Ezekiel Elliott was a no-show. Like, I love Zeke, but we did not have a run game to support Dak Prescott. So that Rams game was tough, man. I really felt like we could have did something. I really felt we could have did something if we had got past the Rams. Because remember, the Rams went all the way to the Super Bowl that year. Like, they went all the way to the Super Bowl that year, man. And we had already beaten the damn Saints. Right? We had already beaten the Saints once that year. So we had beat the Rams. We would have went and played the Saints, a team that we had already beaten earlier that year. So, you know, man, like, there's a whole bunch of scenarios about what could have happened if the Dallas Cowboys handled business. You know, I think about that game. I think about Dak's rookie year when we got to a shootout with Aaron Rodgers in the postseason, and we gave up a 3rd and 20 that ended the game because they were able to kick the winning field goal after that. Right? So we had some opportunities that slipped through our fingers, man. We had opportunities to get to the championship game. We did. But yeah. So definitely got to make sure that we stop the run. Definitely got to make sure that we don't allow them to get into their play action game. Definitely got to make sure, you know, that we hold it down. Yeah, what's up with you, Mr. Richburg? They were tapping in and showing love to the liquor store. Jamie and Cal, what's up with you, man? All right, so let's move along. Because we talked about the offense, man. We talked about the passing offense, and we talked about the rushing offense up to this point. So now that we talked about the passing offense, we talked about the rushing offense, let's talk about the defense. I went ahead and just made one clip for the defense. You know, I put Aaron Donald big ass up there. That's the one dude on this defense that I know. Right? So, yeah, defense is not playing great football right now. Like, they're really middle, like they're really middle in the pack in everything. But I am gonna give them love for one thing, right? So when you look here, total yards per game, they're only giving up 326. That's good for 13th. Passing yards, they're 11th. They're only giving up 209 passing yards per game. But that's not really the most important one. Right? That's not really the most important one. The most important one is that they have only allowed 4 passing touchdowns in 7 games. They've only allowed 4 passing touchdowns in 7 games. I'm not really sure how they manage that. Right? I'm not really sure how they manage that. But, you know, they've done it. So I'll tip my hat to them boys. Like, that's huge. And that's huge. That is huge. Because remember, we gave up 4 passing touchdowns in a single game. So, you know, like, it's tough out here, man. It's tough. So I'm not gonna just flick my nose. You know, I'm not gonna flick my nose and poo-poo on that. So that's tough right there. That's tough to do. Right. So 13th in total yards per game, 326. 11th in passing yards per game, 209. But this is where you can get them. Rushing yards per game, they're giving up damn near 120. 117 rushing yards per game. 20th in the NFL. To put that into perspective, they are a worse run defense than we are. To put that into perspective, they are a worse run defense than the Dallas Cowboys are. And you know that we have issues stopping the run. He is missing a hand in this picture because I cropped it. But hey, we might need him to play one-handed come Sunday. That might help us a lot. He might need to play with one hand tied behind his back. I don't want him to lose a hand, but you know, he might need to play with one hand tied behind his back. Hey, that's a bad man, dog. We have issues running, so it evens out. I was also going to touch on that. This has to be a game. This has to be a game where your running backs get it figured out. This has to be a game where your offensive line, has a better showing. Yeah, this has to be a game where your running game gets involved. This has to be a game where your running game gets involved, because you're not able to generate rushing yards against the 20th ranked rushing team in the NFL. I don't know when you're going to be able to do it. Like, I really don't. Like, when are you going to be able to run the football? And listen, we're talking about our offensive line like they poo-poo. This is the offensive line that we've been waiting on. You got 2 Hall of Famers. Your offensive line is made up of 2 Hall of Famers, a first-round pick that was on the All-Rookie team last year, a Pro Bowl at the center position, and one of the highest-paid right tackles in the National Football League. Like, you have a good offensive line that has not been playing good together. I also want to point out for the fact that they are only... This is only going to be the third game. This is only going to be the third game that they've played together, ever. Because of the injuries to Tyron Smith last year, the injury to Terrence Steele last year. This is only going to be their third game together. The only hope that you have for this offensive line, because they are not going to go and bring nobody in along the offensive line. Jerry Jones has waited 2 years to see this offensive line together. Right, so they're not going to bring in any other offensive line help. It's just what it is. But also, I do want to point out though that you can only hope that they play better together. Like, playing better together, with time. Like, they probably need some more time together. The more they play together, the better that they should be. Right, that's really your hope going forward. Now, granted, the interior of their offensive line is gonna have to deal with a juggernaut. Like, we just talked about Aaron Donald being a dude like that. Aaron Donald being a monster. Aaron Donald being a bad man. Like, Aaron Donald is a bad man. He is a bad man. So I get it. If you want to run away from Aaron Donald, if that's the game plan, hey, let's get to the edges. Let's do some tosses. Let's do some sweeps. Right? But you still need to try and run the football, because apparently everybody else has done it pretty successfully. Like, apparently everybody else has ran the football on this team pretty successfully. Regardless of what they have, we cannot be the one sorry ass team that can't generate a run game against them. You got a $10 million running back, and you got an offensive line that's supposed to be one of the better ones in the league. I know they have not played like it, but dog, like, you got too much invested into your offensive line for them to not be able to generate a push up front. You got too much invested in your running back for him not to be more involved. You got to get it done. You got to. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yeah, the Steelers ran all over them boys, man. And I don't really think Najee Harris is that great of a running back, in my humble opinion. I'm just a dude that talks Dallas Cowboys football from his kitchen, right? So, you don't take my word for it. But, I think there's a way better running back. I think Tony Pollard is a better running back than Najee Harris, right? And you need to show it. You need to show it. There's a reason that you were willing to give him $10 million for a single season. Put him in position to be explosive, Tony Pollard. Like my boy Eli said, stop running him up the A-gap. Let him use his wide receiver background and get him into space. Right? Let him get his wide receiver background and get him into space so he can make a play. So, yeah, man, that's how I feel about that. And in terms of scoring, like, they're giving up 20 points a game. It doesn't sound like a lot, But that's only good for 14th in the NFL. That's only good for 14th in the NFL. Might be the coach. Hey, I agree with you, Eternal Dynasty. Like, they had a whole week to get this shit together. They had a whole week to game plan and get this shit together and come out with an edge and perform. Yeah, I think we all had enough of TP running up the middle. But hey, man, let's take some time to take a light break, man. As of right now, I got 61 YouTube with me and only 42 likes. So I need all y'all to hit that like button that ain't hit that like button yet, man. I need all y'all to hit that share button that ain't hit that share button yet. I need all y'all to slap the shit out of a Rams fan. Listen, they just won a Super Bowl a couple years back, so I know there's still some people on that bandwagon. I know there's somebody still right on that bandwagon right now. You can slap the shit out of them. I know you know somebody. And also, just for a reminder for the folks that didn't see it, we're still running our regular raffle. We're giving away a copy of Madden 24, a Dallas Cowboy jersey, and a Dallas Cowboys bobblehead. $5 per raffle entry, and we're going to wrap the raffle up on November the 1st. But yeah, man, y'all hit that like and hit that share for the boy Henny, man. Goes a long way, man. Goes a long way. So judging by the numbers, man, and knowing what I know about the Dallas Cowboys, like this is a straight up, this is the straight up. I have a better team. I should win this game. Like let's just be for real. Let's go from top to bottom of this team. You're the more talented team. You are supposed to go out here and win this game. You're supposed to go out there and win this game. Anything outside of that, man, like again. We're not the team that I thought we were. And listen, I hate keep coming on here and saying, hey, every game's a damn must win. But until we play the Eagles, we played them the very following week. This is a must win game. Because remember, last year we lost against the Jaguars. That made our game against the Eagles not as important. Right? Because they had way more cushion. They had way more cushion. Like they had to damn near lose. They had to lose out, in order for us to even have a chance to win the division. So you cannot lose this game before you play the Philadelphia Eagles. And even if the Eagles do beat the Commanders this week, we know it's a divisional game. It'll be hard fought. It'll be physical. They got to travel to the Commanders to play this game. They did take on the overtime. So you got to handle your business, because at this point in time, the Dallas Cowboys still control their own destiny, right? Regardless of what the Eagles are doing, we still control our own destiny. If we win out, regardless of what the Eagles do, we win the division, because we play the Eagles twice still. So you beat the Eagles the 2 times you play them, you win the rest of your games, you win the division. It's really as simple as that. It's really as simple as that. But you cannot do that by losing to the damn Rams off of a bye at home. You have to beat the Rams to move to 5-2, right? And give yourself an opportunity to, keep up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Just think about it. Think about this. If the Eagles do drop the game to the Commanders and you actually did beat the Rams, right? If you were to beat them when you go to Philly, you're leading your division. You go from the 6th seed in the NFL in the NFC to the number 1 seed just by winning these next 2 games, by handling your business. Right? He said, but it's not that simple. It is that simple. Like life is that simple. The goal is a simple goal. Like it's a simple goal with a complex way to get to it. Right? The goal itself is simple. How you get to the goal is not simple. You know what I mean? So I know what you're saying though, Jamie. Because winning your games is all that matters. right? Worrying about what other teams do and everything else. While you still have the opportunity to control your own destiny, make sure that you steer yourself to a destiny that is becoming of what you want to do. Right? We still control our own destiny. If we want to win a number 1 seed right now, it's still in our hands to do so. We ain't got to worry about somebody else losing or somebody else messing up or somebody else tying with this person. We don't have to do that right now. We're still in the stage where we can still win our division and win the 1 seed based on our own merits. Right, we don't have to worry about anybody else doing nothing else at this point of our season. Hey, salute to Miss Regina Green for the 20 raffle entries. Thank you for showing love and supporting the content. You are the real MVP, and I appreciate you for showing love. And if y'all want to be like Miss Regina Green and improve your odds of winning the Dallas Cowboy jersey, of winning the bobblehead, or winning the copy of Madden, please make sure you hit that Cash App or that Super Chat. It's $5 per raffle entry. But thank you for the love. Thank you for the love, though, Miss Regina Green. It goes a long way. I appreciate you. But yeah, that's basically what I'm saying, though, Jamie and Cal. We're at the point now, we still play Philadelphia twice. So as of right now, if you win all of your games, you are the 1 seed. So I know they're taking one game at a time, but I'm just throwing this out there. You cannot afford, and that basically comes back to my point. You cannot afford to lose to the Los Angeles Rams, because then you're like 1-3 in the NFC at that point. Still having to play the Philadelphia Eagles twice. Still having to play the Detroit Lions. Still having to play the Seattle Seahawks. Right? So you can't lose to a nobody. You can't lose to a nobody in the NFC. Yeah, you can't lose to a nobody in the NFC and expect to win the NFC. Hey, facts. What's up with you, Jay Recruiter? I appreciate you for the raffle entry as well. He said Niners have the tiebreaker over the Cowboys, but good thing they lost 2 games. Yes. And you know the beautiful thing about the 49ers? They are only 1 game ahead of the Seattle Seahawks. So the Seattle Seahawks, as crazy as it sounds, they may be able to beat them for the division because they played Seattle twice. They played Seattle 2 more times. Granted, Seattle got a very tough schedule coming up. Got a very, very tough schedule coming up. But, you know, they still play the 49ers twice. 49ers have dropped 2 games. They're not looking like the same 49ers that, you know, played us like it was their Super Bowl. So, you know, they're a team that could be had. So, really, the 49ers may not win their division. They're only 1 game up over the Seahawks. Yeah, we got Detroit. We got the Seahawks. We got the Philadelphia Eagles twice. You got 2 divisional games to get the Commanders still. You got 1 more divisional game to get the Giants. Like, you cannot afford to lose to no Rudy Poo ass Los Angeles Rams. You already dropped the NFC game you had no business losing to against the Cardinals. So it makes it very hard for you moving forward if you keep losing to NFC teams that you have no business losing to. He said Buffalo bums. I mean, they're not. Listen, I'm going to say this about the Buffalo Bills. They're going to struggle a lot. They're going to be inconsistent. And then they're going to play the Dallas Cowboys like Jim Kelly. They're going to go out there like Jim Kelly's still on the team. They're going to come out there and go crazy against us. Like every team plays us differently, man. Like the Dallas Cowboys on the schedule is always going to be the most watched, most viewed, highest ratings. They're gonna have family members that they never talk to come in from out of town to watch the game and ask they ask for tickets. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing for them. This is gonna be the most coverage that the Buffalo Bills get all year, outside of they go to a Super Bowl or AFC Championship game, which I don't believe that they will do. Like, I don't believe that they will. Said we can have issues versus Rams and still win versus Rams only because we at home, but that won't give me confidence. What will give me confidence against the Rams if we blow the doors off them boys? That's what I want from this game. You're a 7-point favorite. You know, you're coming off of a bye. You're well rested. You need to go out there. You need to go out there and light them boys up. What's up, Miss Marquetta? Let me take a look and see how many you got. I just received your question. Y'all bear with me. I got to answer a question from Miss Marquetta. $17. You have 17, Miss Marquetta. So salute to you and thank you for showing love and supporting the liquor store the way you've been. I appreciate you for everything. So yeah, you got 17, Miss Marquetta. And Jamie and Cal, I also want us to remember, the offense is also a work in progress. Like, I'm not trying to excuse them because they are professionals. They need to be better. Right? They need to be better than what they have been. But, you know, this is only going to be their 7th game in this system. This is only going to be game 7 in this system. So, again, like, this offense might get it together. This offense played better last week. We really should have scored more points last week. You know, if it wasn't for a drop touchdown, a missed opportunity, we didn't convert on a 4th down, on a tush push, that bullshit. So the Dallas Cowboys offense has played better. At least this last week, they played a little bit better. So I'm only hoping that they continue to improve on what they're doing. Right? Because I look at the offense and I see room for improvement. Yeah, and that is another thing to add in there. No preseason snaps for offense number 1. Just now got your starting offensive line back. This is going to be the 3rd game with your starting offensive line together. New system. Like, there's a bunch of things to point to why the offense has not clicked yet. But at home against a team that we believe we'll be able to turn the ball over against a quarterback we believe we can sack, and you know we probably can force some short fields off of turnovers. We probably force some short fields off of turnovers, force some short fields off of off of just going out there and sacking the quarterback and forcing bad field positions on punts and things like that. So, you know, man, I feel it. I can dig it. Defense should ball. Like, I know a lot of us are saying, well, the defense got to show up. I think they will. Granted, I'm not sleeping on Cooper Kupp or Nakua. How you say the young man name? I ain't trying to butcher it or nothing. But yeah, I ain't trying to butcher nobody's name. But, you know, like, I like their receivers. I like their tight end even, too. Hey, appreciate you, damn Dizzle. Thank you for rocking with me. I mean, yeah, the pressure's always... Hey, listen, the pressure's always going to be on the Dallas Cowboys. We're the Dallas Cowboys. Right? Listen, let's be honest. We have not won a championship, as they like to say, in almost 30 years, and we're always the team with the most expectations. We're always the most watched, the most viewed, the most scrutinized. We're always the team, you know, that has the most expectations, regardless of if it's realistic or not. Now, people be saying that we always say it's our year. The media always says it's our year. Like, the media always says it's our years. I know that I'm pretty sure there's been years when we looked at our team like, hell no, we ain't finna do shit this year. I know real fans looked at our team like, man, I'm just looking to get to the playoffs. Like, there's been some years we looked around, like some of the year we had Tony Romo, and it was just him and some replacement players and shit like that. Right? So I don't understand what people believe, what people believe that. But the media are the ones that put these expectations on the Dallas Cowboys, right? And unfairly and unjustly, we always got to live up to it. What's up, 5-time champ? He said, what up, Henny? Been out for a minute, but just celebrating the 49er loss. Just been a great day. Hey, I feel you with that, man. He said the standard has changed to mediocrity. I don't think that's the standard that we have, but I also believe, like the Dallas Cowboys are just that kind of brand where if you're talking good or bad about them, it brings attention. But listen, the 49ers are just as storied of a team, and they have a longer championship drought. But because they go to NFC championship games and lose, they go to Super Bowls and lose, they escape scrutiny. Like you go and dance with the pretty girl, but you never take her home. Like you dance with the pretty girl, bought her some drinks, and somebody else came and picked her up from the club and blew her back out the entire night. But hey, at least you danced with her, right? That's how they treat the 49ers. Because the 49ers ain't did shit. 49ers ain't did shit. But they always like that. At least they went. It's that participation trophy mindset that they got going on. Same thing with the Eagles. They got one championship since I've been alive. Right? They got one championship in my lifetime. One championship one Super Bowl championship in their entirety of their lifetime. So it is what it is. They bring that kind of scrutiny on us. Oh, you talk about Jerry Jones ass. Nah, I'm not talking about Jerry Jones. I'm talking about the expectations put on us by the media and shit. Like, let's be for real, dog. We had some teams where it was Tony Romo, DeMarcus Ware, and a bunch of dudes you did not know, and maybe like Miles Austin was out there or some shit. And they said, "Oh, the Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl team." Like, dog. And yes, I also agree that Jerry Jones is not really serious about winning a championship, because most teams that want to be competitive, they add talent before the trade deadline. They're super aggressive, and he's talking about sitting on his hands. So I do agree that Jerry Jones is not all in on winning a championship, regardless of what he says, regardless of what he try and do. Like Jerry Jones, I don't think he is. And Jamie and Cal, I got some slight pushback on that. Because listen, offensively, we had Noah Brown starting. We had Noah Brown and the ghost of T.Y. Hilton as the backup wide receivers to CeeDee Lamb. So we had a Super Bowl defense. We put up some points because Dak Prescott was playing well. CeeDee Lamb had an all-pro season. Dalton Schultz had a good year. But when you compare our rosters to the 49ers, you compare our rosters to the Philadelphia Eagles, you compare our rosters to some of these other teams, like we our rosters don't really stack up like that. We do defensively. So I got some slight pushback, but we definitely had an opportunity, right? Because even up against the 49ers team, that was better than us outside than the quarterback position. We only lost that game by 6 points. Yeah, 2021 I agree with. Because 2021 you had everything. 2021 you had the receivers, you had tight ends, your defense was coming together. 2021 I can agree with. And that's really why I was more disheartened about the 2021 loss than the 2022 loss. But yeah, I think we all can agree that Jerry Jones is not super serious about this. Like he just ain't. He's not serious about competing the way that we want him to compete. Just because this front office added some players this off season doesn't mean they should be done. I feel you, man. I listen. We already talking about we're not happy with our offensive line. Like, we don't believe our offensive line is playing well. Jamie and Cal, we do care more than he does. Because listen, we're not billionaires. Like, Jerry Jones has a billion reasons why he can die happy. Jerry Jones, in his mind, I done won 3 championships. I done turned this franchise to $1 billion organization. You know, I'm getting money. You know, I got my children in position. Like, Jerry Jones can die happy, right? He don't care. Like he good. Like, we care more about this because we're the ones that go to these games and spend the money that we work for on jerseys, on tickets, on memorabilia, right? We're out here paying these high ass cable bills to watch the games, right? So we care way more than Jerry Jones does. So I do agree with you on that. Go right there. Hey, Henny, you and a lot of boys fans be praising Eagles for making moves before the trade deadline, but the Eagles do that every year. Tell me something. How many trophies do the Eagles own? They own one. There was one recently. And don't get me wrong, you don't get any brownie points from me from going to the Super Bowl. But teams that go to the Super Bowl, teams that are super competitive, that are real contenders, they do things like that. Take the Eagles out of it. Right, take the Eagles out of it. The Kansas City Chiefs, who are winning championships, make moves all the time. You know, they traded for old boy for the Giants last year. You know, they brought back McCole Hardman this year. Like teams that compete make moves. So take the Eagles out of it. Like, I understand it's like we hate the Eagles. All right, fuck the Eagles. But let's talk about the Chiefs. Let's talk about all the other teams. Let's talk about all the other teams that make moves and are competitive and go farther than we do and win championships. Like, look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like, they were super aggressive in how they built that championship team they put together. No, look at the Patriots when they were winning championships. They always were adding talent and bringing guys in before the trade deadline here and there. Right? So take the Eagles out of it. Look at the other teams that were more successful than the Eagles. The Rams, thank you. The Rams brought in Odell Beckham before the trade deadline when they won their championship 2 years ago. Freddie Morales, you completely missed the point. You're so blinded by your Eagle hate that you disregarded everything else that I said. So don't worry about it, Freddie. You still my dude, though. But we talk about championship caliber teams make moves and bring guys in. Like, I listed like 40 other teams. So if you want to say F the Eagles, F the Eagles. But look at everybody else that bring in players. Like y'all said, the Rams, the Bucks when they won their championship. Like, all these other teams that actually won championships and weren't one and done like we usually are, they go out and add talent. He's missing it, but it's all good. I still got love for Freddie. It's still my boy. So he missed it this time, but he might get hit by it the second time around. But yeah, so let's move on though. Let's move along to some more Rams talk. Nope. Stargaze, they did not. But you know, I try to be understanding. I try to be understanding with these younger guys because they grew up in the social media age. They grew up with Twitter. They grew up with Facebook. They grew up with social media. You know, they're in the travel ball era. You know, a lot of these guys played with each other when they were kids, or you know, played against each other on these youth circuits and shit. You know, same thing with basketball. So everybody out here want to be friends with everybody now, right? You don't really have that I hate you mindset. I'm trying to go out there and take your head out kind of mindset that the older generation used to have, right? Because it's not the same kind of environment. It's not the same kind of environment no more. You know what I mean? So I try to be understanding, but they didn't do that. They didn't do that. They might have if the situation was different. If they had social media, they probably would have used it. But at the same time, I can't talk about hypotheticals. They didn't do that shit. They didn't do that buddy ball kind of stuff. And that's also a point to it too, Jamie and Cal. Like, it's hard to go out there and play like that when the NFL frowns on it any damn way. Like, they're talking about finding guys and ejecting them from games for fighting before the game happens. So you saw what happened. We punched up the dudes from the Chargers. They have it too now. They said that they'll use video evidence to see who was throwing punches and stuff, and eject them from the game before it even start. Like, it's super soft. So yeah, man. So soft as hell. I don't know, man. I grew up, man. You might fist fight your homeboy one day and y'all cool the next day. It was like, man, like, men fight. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Men fight, dog. So I don't know. Yeah, hey, we beat up on the Chargers before the game and after the game, and they right after that they made a they made a rule about it. Cuz said Rams secondary looking like, I know, right, Jay Recruiter? They probably will mess around and ban alcohol. If they keep fighting the stands like that. Especially, like, people done died recently. Like, there was a dude that got beat to death at a Patriots game not too long ago. So yeah, they definitely might mess around and ban liquor in the stadiums. But let's take a look at the Rams secondary. That is a very good question. So let's go look at the names attached to the secondary. And then for the folks that didn't see it, I'll bring in the numbers around the secondary back up as well. So let's take a look at their depth chart. According to ESPN, I'm going to put that on the screen for y'all good people. All right, here we go. I almost sound like Dak right there. Okay. Do y'all know these guys? When I look at when I pull this down, man, like, I got the same feeling I got when I looked at at the free agents that we signed. Who the hell is Kobe Durant? Jordan Fuller, Russ Yeast, Darian Kendrick. Hold on, I'm gonna have to see who the hell these dudes is. Hold on. All right, Kobe Kendrick so far this year. He's 5'11". So this actually might be somebody that CeeDee Lamb can hype on the ball over, because CeeDee Lamb's 6'2". So he's 5'11". He got 19 solo tackles and 5 passes defended on the season. He was a 4th round pick from South Carolina State in last year's draft. All right. So that's him. This other corner that's a starter, let's see. All right, so this is the left one, Darian Kendrick. 3 passes defended. He's 6 foot, 20 solo tackles, no picks. Okay, don't really know him. All right. Jordan Fuller. All right, 2 forced fumbles, 24 solo tackles, a pass defended. He's a 6th round pick from the 2020 draft from Ohio State. And then who the hell is this? Yeast, their free safety. 5'10", 7th round pick, 17 solo tackles. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not gonna be rude or anything. They don't look like they're that good. And that is true. Like you said, 49ers got some scrubs at the linebacker position, and we were not able to exploit them. But I'm gonna also say this, man. I'm gonna also say this: the Dallas Cowboys. Now that you got your offensive line back, you need to open up your offense. Like, you need to allow Dak Prescott to throw more deep passes. Like, Dak Prescott on the deep ball against the Rams was good. He hit Michael Gallup in the hands for what should have been a touchdown. He hit CeeDee Lamb for a 20-yard gain. Like, he was out there making plays. So allow Dak Prescott to throw the ball down the field. Allow him to throw the ball over the deep middle of the field. Allow Dak Prescott, to be Dak Prescott. Like, there was a reason you gave this man $40 million a year, and it wasn't because you liked his personality. Like, Dak Prescott can ball if you allow him to ball. And use Cooks. Give CeeDee Lamb more targets. And really, man, that's one of the easiest fixes to your offense. Give more targets to your 1 and 2 wide receiver. I love Michael Gallup. I got love for Michael Gallup. But dog, there should never be a game where Michael Gallup has more. There should never be a game where Michael Gallup has more targets than CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, Sam Darnold is still playing for the Rams. He's still playing. There should never be a game where Michael Gallup has more targets than Brandon Cooks. Like, those are your two best wide receivers. They should be targeted like they're your two best wide receivers. Never should there be a game, unless CeeDee Lamb is out, there should never be a game where Michael Gallup has more targets. Like, I understand that CeeDee Lamb got the flu and he couldn't play through it, or he hurt his pinky toe or some random shit, and he can't suit up. There should never be a game. He said Sam Darnold, Aaron Donald. I think that's who he meant. Yeah, Sam Darnold is with the 49ers. I believe he meant Aaron Donald, because I don't even believe Sam Darnold played for the Rams before. Like, Sam Darnold has never played with the Rams, so I think he would talk about Aaron Donald. Well, we gonna see. Hopefully, man, this offense improves. And listen, I'm gonna say this again for the folks that ain't heard it before. You're running a West Coast offense. There's multiple teams in the NFL that are running the West Coast offense, and they're running it really, really good and scoring a bunch of points. You should steal some plays from the 49ers. You should. There's nothing wrong with stealing plays. Detroit had a real cool play, and the 49ers stole it. Right? Very next week, they stole it in Houston. Right? Steal plays. You can steal some plays from the Dolphins. You can steal some plays from the Kansas City Chiefs. Every team that is running a West Coast offense and is running it better than you are, you should steal some plays from their ass. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Matter of fact, imitation is the best form of flattery. Because you ain't got to do nothing. You can put the same play in with the same design, change the lingo to match with the lingo that you got, and call it a day. Call it a day. So yeah, man, I definitely think. And listen, there's no excuse for it. There are way too many good West Coast offenses in the NFL for Mike McCarthy to struggle with plays. Like, you ain't got to do none of the leg work. You don't even got to come up with the damn plays, Mike. All you got to do is steal it. See how they lined up. See what route concepts they used, and use it. Put it in, because they're already running similar concepts to you, right? Because remember, what I say about West Coast, how you do it is the only variation. Because everybody is running dagger. Everybody running scissors. Everybody running drive. Everybody running lion. Everybody running dragon. Everybody running Hank. They all running the same damn concepts. They just dress it up better. Y'all heard Future. He said, dress it up, make it real for me. That's what they be doing with these concepts. Because they all got the same damn concepts, bro. And damn Dizzle, they stole the one play that nobody wanted them to steal. That's some Dallas Cowboys shit. They stole the one play that nobody wanted to see. Nobody wanted to see them put their hands on Dak Prescott's ass and try and push him across no goal line. Nobody wanted to see that. Yo, what's up, 22 Savage? He said, what's happening? Hennythemoor and the rest of y'all drunks up in here. Hey, we sure drunk off this shit right now, man. We full of it. But thank you for tapping in and showing love to the channel, my guy. I appreciate you. And hey, I ain't got to cry right now about no likes or nothing, man, because there's 68 of y'all in here and there's 66 likes. So most of y'all done did your job so far, man. I ain't gonna call out the two folks that ain't hit the like button, but if you ain't hit the like button yet, make sure you hit that like button for your boy. There's only one of them now. It jumped up from 66 to 67. So hey, if you ain't hit that like button yet, that one holdout, make sure you hit that like button. All right, y'all done hit the like button now. We good, we Gucci. We now got more likes than people watching. So I ain't got to complain about it no more, man. Y'all the real MVPs over here. So salute to y'all. But yeah, man, like overall, their cornerbacks don't got great names. But again, I'm gonna show them some love. Right? I'm gonna show them some love. They've only allowed 4 passing touchdowns the entire year. They done played 7 games. Only allowed 4 passing touchdowns. That's not bad. There's only 10 teams. Matter of fact, let me pull up the stat. I'm gonna pull this passing defense stats back up. Yeah, they're only allowing 209 yards a game through the air. There's only 10 teams doing better. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. So they actually got a much better passing defense than I thought. But they are running a 3-4. And as you can tell by their rushing defense numbers, they're not very good at stopping the run. Remember, 3-4, you took a big nasty off of the field to put a damn linebacker out there. Right? So no matter how good Aaron Donald is, right, I don't really like 3-4s when it comes to run defense. Like, you can be multiple in how you bring your pressures. It's really hard to tell who's coming and who's falling back into coverage. Like, it's real good for that. But unless you got a Villa, unless you got a Warren Sapp, unless you got one of these marquee run stoppers, you're not going to be a great run defense if you play 3-4. There's too much of a size mismatch in terms of that. So they are a 3-4 defense. They are not very good at stopping the run. So that would be one thing to do. The same way that they want to attack us, we should attack them. You should run the football. This should be a get right game for Tony Pollard. This should be a get right game for your offensive line. This should be the game where you're able to get to your play action chunk play passes. And Dak Prescott has his second multi passing touchdown game of the year. Right? The only time Dak has thrown more than one passing touchdown in a game was against the Jets. This should be his second game doing that. F the overall numbers. If you're able to run the football, if you're able to get to the play action pass, and you get these corners by island by themselves, or you get them out of position because they think they're supposed to be in run support, and you're running past them, you can score. So that's my key to victory. Run the football and set up the play action shots. And when we set up these play action shots, I want CeeDee Lamb to be the target. I want CeeDee Lamb to be the target. I love you, Mike, but listen. Number 88 should have been the dude running the post route on that. I'm sorry, it should have been CeeDee Lamb. It should have been CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb as on on that scissor route that Michael Gallup dropped the touchdown pass. It should have been. It should be CeeDee Lamb in the game as the guy on the hot route. So if they blitzing, the ball coming out quick to CeeDee Lamb and not Michael Gallup or anybody else. I want CeeDee Lamb to be the primary target on a majority of these passing concepts. I want CeeDee Lamb to always be my hot read in these passing concepts. If it's hot, CeeDee Lamb supposed to be the one getting the ball, looking back, be my first option to beat the blitz. All that stuff. He said, Art Cooks, listen, let me tell you something that's wrong right now. That we got to fix one problem before we fix another one. CeeDee Lamb has 42 targets so far on the season. Now, Puka Nua, how the hell you say this boy name, got like 82. Right? Everybody else got like 30 and 40 more targets than CeeDee Lamb do. Like, why are we the only team in the NFL that don't know how to use their number one wide receiver? Why does CeeDee Lamb got 42 targets through 6 games? Why did he only got 42 targets? Matter of fact, let me go to this target list. Ken Folks said he's seen enough of Michael Gallup. You got to make him inactive. Really, we're being honest, it's probably Jerry Jones. CeeDee Lamb is in a contract negotiation year. It will be better suited for Jerry Jones if CeeDee Lamb was not a top wide receiver in the NFL this year. I'm just saying. So let's go ahead and look at this. Let's look at the targets on the year. Target leaders. Shout out to Fantasy Pros so far. Hold on. All right. Let me share this screen with y'all. This might piss y'all off a little bit, but I'm going to share this screen with y'all so y'all can see what's going on. All right, let me share this screen with y'all real quick. So these are the most targeted players in the NFL right now. Hold on, let me take this down though. Y'all can't see that past this graphic. Duh. Okay. So let's go through this and see who gets the most targets. Puka Nacua leads the NFL in targets with 82. Stephon Diggs got 78. A.J. Brown got 75. Tyreek Hill got 74. Jamar Chase got 73. Devontae Adams got 71. Amon-Ra St. Brown got 69. Chris Olave got 68. Michael Pittman got 65. Keenan Allen got 64. Marquise Brown got 60. Adam Thielen got 59. Travis Kelce got 59. Jacoby Myers got 56. Christian Kirk got 55. Garrett Wilson with 55. Zay Flowers with 54. Michael Thomas with 54. Justin Jefferson is hurt and got 53. Scary Terry got 51. Evan Ingram got 51. Kendrick Bourne got 51. DJ Moore got 51. Drake London got 50. Sam Laporta, a rookie tight end, has 49. Mike Evans got 49. Chris Godwin got 49. Darren Waller got 49. George Pickens got 48. Calvin Ridley got 48. Amari Cooper got 47. D Hop got 47. Josh Downs got 47. Jordan Addison got 44. Robert Woods got 43. Elijah Moore, 43. Brandon Ayuk, 43. Where the hell is CeeDee Lamb? Zach Ertz, 43. Cortland Sutton, Tutu Atwell. Nico Collins, Kyle Pitts. There we go. Do you see the issue that I just pointed out? Everybody and their mama got more targets than CeeDee Lamb. Everybody in the damn country got more targets than CeeDee Lamb. Do you know how crazy that shit is? How the hell was this man an all-pro last year and he got like 40 folks got more targets than him? And listen, some of these are just disrespectful. How the hell Darren Waller get more targets than this man? And he a shell of himself. Ain't no way CeeDee Lamb should have the same amount of targets as Romeo Doubs. Ain't no way that Tutu Atwell should have more targets than CeeDee Lamb. Ain't no way that the ghost of DeAndre Hopkins, because he's damn sure ain't the same player he once was, should have more targets. Or any man, come on now. Come on. I know it's politics. I know it's Jerry Jones. I know it's Jerry Jones. They do it every year. This is the third wide receiver. This is the third wide receiver. Hey, you want to know the cold part? You want to know the cold part? We were criticizing Kellen Moore for not getting his player the ball. We were criticizing him, but Keenan Allen is currently his number one wide receiver, and he's one of the most targeted wide receivers in the damn NFL. Yeah, Keenan Allen is top 10 in targets right now in the entire NFL. Top 10 in targets. There was a week where he had 20 targets. Keenan Allen had 20 targets in one singular game. But Cook, so he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, Keenan Allen is top 10 in targets. So we can't even say it was Kellen Moore no more. This is deeper than Kellen Moore. This is deeper than Mike McCarthy. This is Jerry Jones. It got to be. It got to be. That's the one common denominator, because they don't even have the same kind of offensive system. They don't even have the same kind of offensive system as the Dallas Cowboys. You said Kendricks is good. We'll see. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look at his PFF stuff before we get out of here. I mean, hey, it's sort of an issue when the GM is messing up, but you can't fire the GM because he's the owner, right? So other teams, you know, if their front office aren't successful, if their front office ain't successful, they get fired. In Dallas, you just got to live with what the GM do, because the GM is also the owner. So, yeah. Salute to my boy, Eternal Dynasty. He said, who was the quarterback who CD and Cooper? There's your answer. Dak needs to grow balls and use his number one. Eternal Dynasty, let me ask you a question. I do agree we need to target him more. But if Michael Gallup is the hot route on a blitz and they blitz me, I can't just turn around and throw the ball willy-nilly to CeeDee Lamb when he's not looking. Like on one of the interceptions that he threw against the 49ers, that was the case. Michael Gallup was the hot route. There's too many times where they're scheming CeeDee Lamb out of the game instead of involving him in the game. Just like on that touchdown pass that Michael Gallup dropped. Michael Gallup was the main target because it was a scissors concept. They had Brandon Cooks run a corner route to run interference, and then he came over top on the post route as the primary target. So they're also drawing that shit up like that. right? So they're also drawing it up to where it is like that. And you say change the play, it's not always that simple, right? Why would I change the play just because it's not targeted to CeeDee Lamb if the play is supposed to work? They need to not go out there and call up a play designed to go to Michael Gallup. Like we have an OC and a head coach that are in charge of that shit. Like, listen, the moment Dak Prescott changed the play and the shit don't work out, right, we're gonna be trying to crucify the man. So I rather him not, and he knows that too. Dak Prescott is the dude that's going to run the play that's called. If you run some bullshit, it's going to get ran. Exactly, Freight Train. That's how you fix the offense if you really care about it. CeeDee Lamb needs to be the primary receiver in the progression, and he needs to be the hot routes. Nobody else should have those responsibilities other than CeeDee Lamb. Nobody else should have those responsibilities. If I'm being blitzed, CeeDee Lamb should be my outlet. It's simple. It's simple football. If I am drawing up a scheme, and listen, just like on the drop touchdown pass, why was that Michael Gallup and not CeeDee Lamb? Y'all answer that question for me. Why was Michael Gallup the person why was Michael Gallup the person running a post route and not number 88, not your playmaker? Y'all answer that for me. So I get it. Look, you want Dak to throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb. I want him to throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb too. But they also need to stop making CeeDee Lamb the guy that's not in the progression. They also need to stop making CeeDee Lamb the guy that's not the out route. They also need to stop making CeeDee Lamb the guy that's running the clear out or the guy that's running the rub. They got that boy. They got CeeDee Lamb out there running rub routes for people. They got CeeDee Lamb out there running clear outs for people. They got CeeDee Lamb as the third guy in some of these progressions. Eternal Dynasty. I know. Do you know why he don't look his way? Because he's outside of the progression. If he is the third guy in the read and one or two comes open first, he's not going to look past the open wide receiver to go backside to CeeDee Lamb. Like I'm telling y'all, dog. I am telling y'all. Like he get open, but we're in a West Coast offense. If he does not get open, within 2.3 seconds, or if he's not the first or second read, he's not going to get the ball in this system. Like the ball is designed to come out in 2.3 seconds. That's what Mike McCarthy always tells us. He's talking about the first 2.3. The 2.3 is right there, right? You go through your first progressions and then you go to the scramble drill. We seen more of the scramble drill this last game when Dak Prescott makes some plays outside of structure. But 2.3, 1, 2, hesitation, I'm gone. I either got the ball either has to be gone or I have to be gone. So those are the things that we have to do. We have to make sure that CeeDee Lamb is the primary target in the progression. We got to make sure that CeeDee Lamb is the hot route guy. We got to make sure that when we draw up these two-man concepts, somebody else is out there doing this and that. No, I don't think it's crazy. No, I don't think it's crazy at all. Because before his contract came up, CeeDee Lamb got all the targets in the world. CeeDee Lamb was one of the most targeted wide receivers in the league before his contract came up with the same quarterback. Made an all-pro selection. Amari Cooper got paid with Dak Prescott. It was not until contract negotiations came up that any of this happened. And listen, I didn't say that Dak Prescott was in cahoots with these guys. But go back and look at the all 22 of the film, and you tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me why CeeDee Lamb is not the primary target on the routes. Tell me why CeeDee Lamb is running clear outs for other people. Tell me why CeeDee Lamb is not the hot route on when you're getting blitz. You tell me that. Facts, Freight Train. Like, y'all tell me that. Elaborate on it then, because you don't believe me. Elaborate on it. You explain why CeeDee Lamb is not the primary target on these routes. You explain to me why CeeDee Lamb is not the hot. You explain to me why CeeDee Lamb is running clear outs for other guys. If y'all can explain that for me, then I might put some stake in your thoughts that Dak just need to force him the ball. But when he's not even involved in the offense, when the offensive play is drawn up for somebody else entirely, like, that's more than just Dak Prescott. Like, that's more than just Dak Prescott. So even though we paid you 45 plus a year, who got paid 45 plus a year? Because Dak Prescott only make 40. Who got paid 45 plus a year? He said Mike treat CD like any other wide receiver. They do. Well, the thing is, Dak Prescott has not looked that bad. Like, he's first in the NFL in on-target throws. He's fourth in completion percentage. And you also got to remember the Dallas Cowboys are like second in the NFL in drop passes. Like, we had a multitude of drop touchdown passes already. Michael Gallup dropped a touchdown just last game. Your boy Schoonmaker dropped a touchdown. Ferg dropped a touchdown. Right? So it's not like Dak Prescott has looked bad. Like, Dak Prescott has played good football up to this point. The touchdowns don't reflect it, but we also are the NFL team with some of the most red zone drops in the NFL. So they sort of got away with it. They need to save him. They need to they need to get CeeDee Lamb more involved. I don't disagree with you at all about that. But dog, the front office don't ever be trying to pay nobody. They really didn't want to pay Amari Cooper. They let him leave, test the free agent market. He said force him to keep throwing to MG. Listen, if MG is the primary wide receiver on some of these throws, on some of these concepts, then he got to go there with the ball. If he's open, why would he not throw the ball? It's not his fault that he can't come out there and catch it for him. It's not his fault he can't go out there and catch it for him. Matter of fact, let me go through this. Y'all bear with me. So you see Dak going for 3 or more this game? Might be. We'll see. I would like that. But, I still believe it begins up front. I still believe it begins with the run game, establishing the run game, utilizing play action, and then taking shots against some corners that probably can't recover that well. I think Mike just think these other guys can eat by using CD. And that's still stupid. That's still stupid. Oh no, I'm not arguing. I know you're not saying that Dak is bad, but I also listen. I'm gonna say this. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna say this. Like, we believe that for certain reasons. That's just all I'm gonna say. I just can't say too much on that. But I believe that from, I believe that from what I was told, that they operate like that. I ain't gonna say who said what or did what or what happened, but just know I ain't gonna elaborate on that too much. Freight Train, I also agree with that too. But at the same time, like, they gotta, like, in order for him to get the ball to CD, like, it gotta be schematically. Like, if CeeDee Lamb is out of the play, Then we need to draw it up to where CeeDee Lamb is in the play. He's your number one wide receiver. He needs to be the number one option on every damn play. Hey, I say people can't tell you stuff with confidence, then you just say it out loud. So But yo, I've been on here for an hour 35. I'm pretty sure the final word finna kick off. So y'all should go over there, rock out with them boys, show them some love. And represent for the Dallas Cowboy Nation, in in a fashion that only y'all can, man. So yeah, man, thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for rocking with your boy. And then I am going to be rolling out of here, man. Peace. God bless. And your boy is out.